This is Jay Corbett of Team Sanctum, and we're back at it again with another deck profile. We're here with Tajay, who did a Volcanic deck. And what decks did you go against with this?
Satellar, Magician, Cyber Dragon, and Felgrand.
How'd you do against those?
OTK Felgrand. Beat Cyber pretty badly, I'm sorry. And I had to struggle against the Satellar and Magician, but it was a good duel.
Alright, that's good, that's good. So, let's take a look at this deck that you have, man.
First off, 2 Volcanic Doomfire. You get it out pretty easily. Pretty much nukes the field and burns. To get it out,
Flip it over.
To get it out, you just pop your Accelerator, which is your main trap card. Pretty easy to get out.
Yep.
Volcanic Queen, the original Kaiju. Forces your opponent to make plays, gets rid of their boss monster. If they can't do anything, it sits in the field and burns them. And you can't special it in defense, so they really can't do anything. Hammer, 24k beat, 2400 beat stick. Late game, burns up to 4k a turn. Pretty straightforward. Rocket, searches your main engine. Good or run 3. Not really any obsessions. It searches your engine whether it is flipped, special, or normal. Pretty convenient. Slicer helps with the rank 4 engine. Pretty decent beat stick. Could also burn for 500 per turn. Pretty basic. Counter. If you take any damage, you can banish this from grave and inflict the same damage back at them. You can use multiple at once, so you can make your opponent pretty much one-shot yourself. Blaster. It's destroyed by battle as one top of deck. Still going to target scatter shot. Scatter shot. When I run a 3, it's the main play of the deck. Nukes field, burns. You can recycle it pretty easily. You always run at 3. You literally can't do anything with it at 2. Show, you run at 2 or 3, preferably 3. Pretty much always gives your spells and traps fodder. Roll Fire, Storm Guard. Recycles 4 Pyros, your whole deck's Pyros, and draws 2 cards. Also helps with your 4 engine.
Okay. So is that it for the monsters?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
I'm going to go into spells. 3 Duality. You don't need special much. Helps you get to your Blaze. Regeki. Magic Planter. You run a lot of continuous traps. Some of them you want engrave. Helps you out a lot with draw power. 3 calls. With Hammer and Slicer, you get a guaranteed burn and helps with your 4 engine once again. Also procs Rocket. Staple trap cards, Bottomless, Strike, Avarice. You might want to run Avarice at 2. 2 Fiendish Chains, because they're Fiendish Chains. Blaze Accelerator. Reload. Your main trap in the deck, also where most of your plays and engine comes from. It's useful on the field and in the grave, so it's a good Magic Planner target. Floodgate Trap Hole. Just personal opinion, great card. Running at Morph was allowed.
Have you ever thought about running it at 2?
2, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a little cloggy at 3, honestly, but you can get over it with your consistent draw power.
Alright.
2 Ultimate Providence, you can run it at 1, 3, just preference, depending how comfortable you are. You always have hand advantage pretty much, except against a few decks like Before and Pow, etc. So, pretty much always useful. Plus, it's a counter trap, gets over Strike, other Psalms, all that good stuff. And on to extra deck.
Alright. Let's check out this extra deck you have, man.
I guess so. Emerald. 4 is really easy to get out. You want to get 2. I'd run at 3 if you have it. You can recycle scatter shots literally every turn. Once again, that's your main engine. Ophicia. To those floodgates quicker. Opponent can't really do much. 2 Cowboys. It's still a burn deck. You can run it at 1. You can run it at 3. It's pretty splashable.
How many times have you been able to cowboy for game in this deck?
3 out of 4 duels, literally.
Alright.
Once again, the 4 engine's really easy to get to. your staple fours, Castell getting over towers, other cards, Bistweller locking down certain decks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rebellion getting over tough beat sticks.
Then you got a Abyss Dweller to stop graveyard effects and whatnot. So basically the typical fours you might see in a deck.
Yeah. Bistweller is great for this meta. Shark Drake, you're not going to use it often. Not often at all, maybe once every 10 duels, if that. It's really nice to get over stuff. It's really rare, but you never know and you'll need it. Utopia and Utopia Ray.
Have you ever thought about getting a Utopia Prime and a Utopia Lightning? Because those seem like to be the typical cards everyone gets whenever it's like Utopia Prime, then into Utopia Lightning, you get double 5,000 attack.
Yeah.
And Utopia Lightning is unaffected. Have you thought about putting it in this?
Yeah, honestly, if I had it, I'd run it. I don't have it, though. This is what I could come up with for what I had. You don't use it very often. Once again, you never know when you'll need it, though. But yeah, Ray is much better if you have the combo. Roots. Really, really rare, but tough situations. You want to throw your shells into it. Stop heavy hitting Exceed decks. It's really it. You won't use it often. But when you detach your shells, you still get their use. Especially proc it immediately. And Future.
And Future because busted, am I right?
Pretty much. With the 4 engine, it's easy to get out, easy to abuse. You use it very often, actually. That's pretty much it. Great card.
And that is a great card, man. Well, on behalf of Team Sanctum, we'd like to thank you, Tajay, for giving us this deck profile of Volcanics, man. This is Jay Corbett of Team Sanctum, signing out.